What's up, guys? So we are going to continue going through the back end, the dashboard, the website builder. And I thought it'd be really cool to start doing a website from scratch. So we're just going to pick a niche. We're going to do chiropractic, and I'm going to have one of my right-hand women start taking you through each of the elements as you need it throughout the entire back of the dashboard. So we're going to start today. We're going to put it in bite-sized pieces so you can get little pieces every single week, a few times a week. And hopefully this makes you a much bigger expert at snaps.
Hey guys, what's going on? In today's video, we're going to be going over 3 aspects of snaps. The first one's going to be the menu bar or the navigation bar. The second one's going to be the global design settings. And the third one's going to be importing content. So let's jump right into it. So for the menu bar up here, it's pretty straightforward, but I'm going to show you how to add a page, delete a page, add a services folder, and duplicate a page. So first we're going to duplicate a page. So say we build out the home page to exactly what we want, and this is how we want the template to be for the rest of the site. We're going to go to pages over here. We're going to go to the little gear icon on the home page. We're going to go to duplicate, and let's say we want to make this a location page, so we're going to change it to locations. Make it cap lock. So now it's all the way down here. We're going to drag it up so that it's right after the home page, and there it is on the navigation bar. Next, we're going to do a services page, a services folder, excuse me. So a folder is different from a regular page because it leads you to a drop-down menu, and you can't click the page itself. So we're going to go to add new page right here. We're going to go to folder, and we're going to name it services. All right, so that came all the way to the bottom. We're going to drag it to the top. And so once we make more services pages, we're going to nestle them in here. So let's make a new page, a new blank page, and that's going to be services 1. So services 1 is down here. We're going to click and drag it. And when you're under the folder page, you want to push it in a little bit, and then it's going to be nestled in there. And so now you can see it's a drop-down menu, and you can add as many services pages as you want, and it's all going to be nestled under there as long as you drag and drop it into the right place. So the last thing we're going to do for the menu bar is we're going to delete a page. So say we don't want the courses page, we're going to go to the little gear icon, click there, click delete, and now it's gone. Now you're left with home, locations, which is a duplicate of home, your services pages, your about page, and pricing. So next we're going to get into the global design settings, and these apply to the entire site. So it's really a good idea to start doing these before you start building your site, because it'll have all your fonts set, it'll have the way your images look set, all your H1 tags. So if you go to design up here, go to global text, you start off with the paragraph text, so you can change the font on that. You can change the font color, size. The link text right here is good if you have backlinks or just links to internal pages and you want to change the color of those so that people can see them more clearly. So you can change the color of just the link right there. H1 titles, same thing. You can change them and they when you do it in the global design setting, it applies to the whole site. So it'll change as you change these settings. So you can make it bold, not bold, italicized, blue if you want. So that goes all the way down to H6. And then we're going to go to global buttons. Global buttons are the same type of deal, where if you want to set how your buttons look for your whole site, you can do it right here. And so every time you go to the widgets section and you go to grab a button, it'll automatically go to the design that you set here. So you can, same thing, you can change the color, the button text color, the type of font. Onto the next one, global images. We'll look at this image right here for an example. So right now it's set to square. You can change it for rounded corners. You can make it a circle. You can add a border to all of your images. You can add a shadow. So we're going to leave it as a square. The next one is global rows, which applies to all of these. If you see right here, any separate row, there can be inner rows too. So you can change the background of every row, you can change the spacing, and column spacing refers to vertical. So like this is a separate column. These three are separate columns, so you can change the spacing on those just by messing with the padding a bit here. And then we're going to go back, we're going to go to site background. You can change the background of every page. You can go to black if you want, and that'll change the background behind basically any widget that you have. So if you have an image, it'll change the blank space behind the image, behind the text widgets, and it's going to apply for any space that is like not being taken up by something else. Or you can do background per page. That gives you a little more room to be creative per page, so you don't have to have the same color or the same image. The last section for global design is your site layout, which is basically like, you know, navigation bar up here, everything follows. If you want to change it, you can have your navigation bar on the side. Let's just do that to see what it looks like. So now everything's on the side, and the rest of your website is to the right of it, which depends on like how you want your website to be, or if you're migrating a site, how the original website looks. So say we're migrating this site, just as an example, they have the navigation bar up top, so I'm going to keep the site layout with the navigation bar up top. So let's go back to that. And the last thing we're going to do is import content. So right over here in the content tab, you're going to go up top to the little blue button, and we're going to use this one as the example. You're going to copy the URL, paste it, click import, and now you've got all the images from that website. So you're going to click save, you can X out of that, and then if you go down here to site content in the same content tab and go to manage images, you'll see that the first one that come up are the images that came with the pre-made Snaps template. But if you go to the left right over here, you're going to see from old site, and these are going to be all your new images that you just imported from this new site. So if you're migrating a website to Snaps, it's really easy because you don't have to save all these to your computer and then re-upload them. They're already here. And if you want, you could even manage images and go back to site images and just get rid of all the stock photos, just so that you're left with only the sites, only the pictures from the site that you're migrating. So we're going to click close, and that's going to be it for this video. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you next time.